What up, what up, what up, world? It is your boy, Bionic.
And Ray.
And we're back with another episode of A-440 Radio. Thank you for tuning in to WDRB Media, the voice of the community and the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. And as always, you know, we have to shout out AYLeemusic.com. You know what I'm saying? That's where you can get all the hot music, all the music breaks we have. That's where the music can be found. There's some exclusives on there. And if you cater to the streaming services, hey, make sure to do a search for A period, Y period, L-E-E. It's a space in between there, my bad. A period space, Y period space, L-E-E. Find the music. It's hot. You ain't got to just take my word for it. And of course, I have to shout out our sponsors. Back to Health Chiropractic Medical Center, serving the Triangle for over 20 years with chiropractic, functional nutrition, and DOT exams. 2 locations to serve you, 6224 Fayetteville Road, Suite 106B in Durham, and 1708 Treywick Road, Suite 205 in Raleigh. And to schedule your appointment, give them a call at 919-544-8881. And Arcade of Thrones, where they offer a unique vibe for the perfect social gaming experience. 399 Hubert Street in Raleigh. For more details, call 984-200-4419, or you can email them at arcadeofthrones@gmail.com. And make sure to follow them on Facebook, IG, and Twitter, or on the web at arcadeofthrones.com. Now, last time on A440 Radio, we were discussing boycotts, and I had to vent a little bit and just talk about my issues.
I just want y'all to know that with all that venting that he did, he still did not get his Papa John's pizza.
Nope. Still fiending for Papa John's.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, still fiending, yo. And Ray still hasn't been to Starbucks.
Oh, I'm not going back to Starbucks.
She might have snuck out the Waffle House though.
Not this week.
Yeah, so. But anyway.
Smothered and covered.
Listen.
Oh.
So, there have been some changes in some things over the past week.
In the week that we've talked about.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Colin Kaepernick settled out of court. You know what I'm saying? He took a settlement from the NFL and whatnot. And does that mean the boycott is over?
Of course you have some opinions on that, don't you?
Of course I do.
Okay.
I feel like you shouldn't have done it. I feel like I really don't want to get into that.
Why?
Because I have a very unpopular opinion about it. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you had such an issue with what they're doing, take them down. Like these owners that tried to blackball you, tried to, you know what I'm saying, the whole collusion thing. Like, take them out of the equation for everybody. Expose these dudes. Take them down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, oh, well, the money. When did, he made a comparison, when he won some award, he made a comparison to, Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm modeling, blah, 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 after Muhammad Ali. Would Muhammad Ali have just taken a check and said, nah, I ain't gonna worry about this? Would MLK have done that? Would Malcolm X have done that? Now, we know Jesse Jackson would have. And we know Al Sharpton would have.
Would have or has.
Both. But the thing is dude,
But does that make what he's done up till now any less effective?
In my opinion, yes. But again, it's an unpopular opinion. So, you know what I'm saying? My thing is dude, you've been down this road for this amount of time. Why are you going to turn back now?
We don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But we know that those documents are now sealed. So that information will never come out in a legal sense.
But you never know what else was involved in that settlement.
Listen. And we won't know because the whole thing is hush-hush. We don't even know how much he really got.
As we should.
But, no, you're right. We should. Because if he didn't make as much as we thought he made, I'm going to really be mad. But I'm just one person. I ain't nobody. Now, my real question is the boycott over now?
For some people, it's been over. For some people, all
No,
of a sudden,
I'm not talking about the
Super
some people.
Bowl-
I'm not talking about the some people
I'm gonna
that didn't
going to
participate. I'm not talking about the some people
Right.
that backslid. I'm talking about the straight up 100% I am boycotting
I don't
people.
think anybody was 100% boycotting at this point.
I know somebody, I
Right.
can name somebody right now that's 100% boycotting. Now, again, like we said last week, I don't even really think he watches football like that.
Right. So
I just think he just wanted to condemn people that were watching football based on this particular situation.
I'm going to tell you like this. Anyone that I know that was throwing around the idea of boycotting and protests the NFL has at some point in time in these last few years done something and engaged in some type of activity that was NFL related.
All
So
I'm
in my
saying-
opinion, the boycott
Okay, well, is the illusion of the boycott over?
Yeah, it's been over.
No, now with these last 7 people talking about it's a boycott, is the illusion over now that he won his
It's
case?
been over, in my opinion.
Is the talk of it over then? How about that?
I think it's been over.
The talk ain't been over
I think-
because I could go on Facebook right now and see people talking about boycotting.
I think there's a lot of people talking.
Of course, there's a lot of
And
people
and a
talking
lot of
because that's
people-
all people
but
do.
a lot of people not walking. I think in the beginning, the talk and the walk proportions were pretty close together. I don't think that the talk and walk proportions have been
I mean, like
accurate
for example, like I think
or
again,
close
I didn't follow the whole Gucci protest thing, but people was like protest Gucci for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Okay, well, I done already told you. Anybody, the common folk, there was another term I was going to use, but the common folk already wasn't really...
The peasants.
No, and it's not even the peasants.
The upper middle, lower class.
The upper middle, lower class.
Right.
Black folks weren't really rocking with Gucci and Prada like that.
They were because the
Across the
rappers were.
board.
They were.
No.
No. What?
The rappers were.
Right. And what that caused was
We were.
other people. No, when rappers talk about stuff, then that makes other people say, well, that's the height of success.
I done
Let
already
me fake
told
it till
you,
I make it.
I done already told you, if you buy your Gucci and your Prada out of the van of an African from the bodega or from City Trends, you was already boycotting.
I don't
everything
believe that
already.
either. And you know why?
Because of the branding.
Because it's branding and you're still advertising. Everybody, like one of our past episodes, we talked about influencers.
Right.
Yes, we're dropping knowledge, folk. We're going back to past episodes. If you
Going
need
back to Cali.
to go back and listen to these shows, go on YouTube, Bionic with a K 151, BIONIK 151. Listen to the shows. Now, what I was saying was like, it's still everybody's influenced by somebody.
Right.
So even if like people are like, hey, what if I already bought it? You know what I'm saying? Can I still wear it? I mean, yes, you can still wear it. It's your money, but you wearing it will then influence somebody else, or somebody else will say, well, maybe it's not that bad, or blah, 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 blah. And then
So
eventually,
then that's not a boycott.
right.
That's not a boycott or a protest.
That's what I was just saying. So now, we said we were going to try to focus on this show about
the
not the problems,
solutions.
but the solutions,
Mhm.
and why boycotts worked back in the day and why they don't work now. So one of the main things is we got to keep in mind a lot of those boycotts in the 60s were coming out of like segregate
social injustice, political unrest.
well, like, no, but they were coming out. I'm not saying what they were coming out of in the sense of the reason for them,
Okay.
but they were coming out of when we were segregated, right? So when we were segregated, we had our own money in our community.
Well, that was one thing, but a lot of the protests had a definitive ending point because after segregation, when we were trying to integrate, then there was Jim Crow laws.
Right.
So what happened was a lot of these protests, boycotts came to pass to be like, okay, no, you were supposed to go ahead and integrate this and you haven't.
But
so
guess
we
what?
would boycott
And then-
until it happened.
But the thing
and then
is,
it was
we could
okay.
boycott until it happened, but then we could always go back to our own because we weren't far gone. We still had our own.
No, integration killed that. And
Then, listen to what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm saying back then,
right.
if we integrated, but something went right over here, we could still go over to Pop's Diner because Pop's Diner's still popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, people started going over to Manny's, but Pops still open. But now in 2019, Pops closed 2 years ago because folks stopped coming over there. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Manny's still open and they franchised. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is,
or
like,
not. The way the economy is working right now, Manny's might even be closed.
You're right. But the thing about it is like, again, boycotts now are not as effective because we don't have a fallback to put our money back in our community. We don't have, like, yes, we have a plethora of choices. Yes, Papa John's is trash. I'm going to go to Pizza Hut. I hate Pizza Hut. I'm going to go to Domino's. Said nobody ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been having to eat at Marco's.
I've said Domino's before.
Your taste buds are dead. Like, but I eat at Marco's. You know what I'm saying?
When they did
like,
that little they redid some things back in, 10 years ago?
Man, that was 3 years ago. No, I was like 4. But either way, like, the bottom line is, in the scale of it is like, we don't have a fallback. Like, we just go from one conglomerate to another conglomerate. And it's still not benefiting us. Like, if you're going to boycott this, how about we take that boycott situation from here and put it into something black owned, something black run, something black franchise.
But here's my only issue with that. The bottom line is, we should be supporting our local and black owned businesses, period.
Correct.
Why do we have to always keep waiting for there to be some type of
unrest?
We
shouldn't.
But that's the
but
thing.
What I'm saying is if, let's say, out of your 100% check, you're giving 20% to a black business, right?
Right.
And let's say 5% is going over here to a company you go boycott.
Right.
Just turn that 5 over here, now you're giving 25. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, all of a sudden you're giving 5. I'm saying add 2. But what's about to happen? We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, talk about other potential solutions, hopefully without going off on tangents and things. And
if you keep your mind off Papa John's Pizza, we should be all right.
Okay, cool. Hey, listen, folks. Y'all been listening to the A-440 show with Bionic
and Ray.
And you tuned in to WDRB Media, the voice of the community and the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. We'll be right back.
At the top of the morning, and the beer starts before I get to yawning. I gotta make a grand for the end of the week, otherwise all my will be out in the streets. I got 6 days to make it happen. I'm just a musician, I don't know nothing about trapping. Now I gotta be on the deck, collect your mission. There's cats out here that owe for beats and mixing. I got put in this position by I know 20 years that wouldn't mention. When I invested money, he made some bad decisions. Now there's nothing but tension. That man, and f***ing intervention. Whatever's going on, it all goes wrong. Sometimes I feel as if I don't belong. I'm about to go crazy, strap me to a stretcher. Cause I'm at my breaking point, I'm under pressure. Whatever's going on, it all goes wrong. Sometimes I feel as if I don't belong. I'm about to go crazy, strap me to a stretcher. Cause I'm at my breaking point, I'm under pressure. If a man don't work, then a man can't eat. And if the man is broke, then he need not speak about what I got going on in my situations, offering advice and explanations. While he does nothing, I'm chasing expectations. Just looking at your smug faces, causing irritation. Doing a lot of talking, but you ain't about no action. You're out of line, so say one more word and I'm blasting. Oh, it all goes wrong. Sometimes I feel as if I don't belong. I'm about to go crazy, strap me to a stretcher. Cause I'm at my breaking point, I'm under pressure. Whatever's going on, it all goes wrong. Sometimes I feel as if I don't belong. I'm about to go crazy, strap me to a stretcher. Cause I'm at my breaking point, I'm under pressure. I don't know what I'm doing, says you and you only. Acting like you're the holiest of holy. You're a phony. I can't respect you, cause you can't admit that you was wrong in the first place. You just walk away and say whatever, man, what a shame. Whatever's going on, it all goes wrong. Sometimes I feel as if I don't belong. I'm about to go crazy, strap me to a stretcher, cause I'm at my breaking point, I'm under pressure. Seems whatever's going on, it all goes wrong. Sometimes I feel as if I don't belong. I'm about to go crazy, strap me to a stretcher, cause I'm at my breaking point, I'm under pressure.
Welcome back to WDRB Media, the voice of the community, and those of you streaming live through the free TuneIn radio app and also through iHeartRadio. You are now tuned in to A-440 Radio, and I am your co-host, Ray.
And I'm me, Bionic. And look, if you just tuning in, we talk about these boycotts and stuff, or what, boycotts.
Part 2.
Period.
This is the second show.
And of course, if you want to tune into the past shows, I do a week delay on the YouTube page, Bionic151. That's Bionik 151. Make sure to check out the music on ayleemusic.com. Search for it on your streaming sites, A.Y.Lee. And if you want to be a sponsor on the show, you got to make sure to hit us up, and you can find us on Instagram.
Look at that! At A440.radio.
So just hit the Instagram page. We got a Facebook page coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So hit us up if you're interested in being a sponsor.
And now, our email link is on the Instagram page.
There it is. Now, why? What can we do to make boycotts effective? Because here's what's hilarious. There was a store owner in Colorado that got mad when Nike signed that deal with Kaepernick.
Yes.
That said, I'm not selling no more Nike stuff.
Yes.
And now he's closing.
And?
His boycott caused him to lose everything, right?
Right.
So his boycott backfired. How do we make sure our boycotts don't backfire? How do we make sure that our boycotts succeed?
I think that you first have to make sure that your boycott is foundationally sound. Like he literally was like, okay, well, just because of that, I'm not selling no more Nike. I'm sure he did that without sitting and looking at his records, seeing how much business Nike was bringing in for him. That was just, he did it out of emotion.
Right.
So we can't base these boycotts and protests out of emotion.
Kind of like Monique. Because that was Monique asked for a boycott on Netflix. Now, there's a clip of her and Steve Harvey going back and forth, and folk calling Steve Harvey a coon, and I'm not going to disagree with him, but I'm also not going to disagree with something very important he said, which was like, hey, look, you wanted people to boycott Netflix. Boycott what? Subscriptions, boycott watching, boycott certain shows. Because the other thing, a lot of people, and when it came out, I said to people, I was like, do y'all not realize how many Black, brown, Asian, like how many ethnic people have Netflix deals? How many ethnic shows are on Netflix?
I don't think people really do now.
Compared to any and everything else? Like,
they don't.
I love, it's so much blackness on Netflix. It's African shows on Netflix. Where are you watching African shows anywhere? African movies. I mean, they terrible, but I'm just saying. Hey, man, some of them African movies are terrible.
Some of them or all of them? Because you said they terrible as in all of them.
Some of them are terrible.
Okay.
I mean, some of the regular movies, American-made movies are terrible.
So,
Bollywood movies on there, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, you asking us to boycott this service that pays a whole lot of ethnic people.
But in however, if done properly, depending on what is being sacrificed, that's the whole point of the protest. That's the whole point of the boycott, is that it's supposed to hit these companies in their pockets.
Right.
It's supposed to hurt them.
I got you. But the thing is like, okay.
So yes, there has to be a clear standard. It's got to be clearly stated, definitively stated that I want to boycott Netflix monthly subscriptions for the month of this.
Nah, I don't even think it should be for the month of this. I think time
I'm saying
restraints,
it should be stated clearly.
I think time standards or time, putting times on things is stupid, because in this era, yes, we're in a microwave society. Everybody wants instant gratification. Some things aren't going to have instant gratification. So thinking that, doing this for a month, doing this for a week, doing this. No, we need to do it until what? And I think I said that in the last show. Boycott this until what? Now, some people are like, hey, just do it indefinitely. I get that. But is that indefinitely really going to work?
I don't think that's realistic.
In certain instances, I get it and I completely understand.
Like what?
Let me think on that. Talk and let me think on that.
I mean, but at the same time, too, I also think that time is of the essence. So sometimes doing those kind of hit it and quit it things can show in a very meaningful way that, a certain demographic decided to not buy something for a week, and we saw these plummets in these sales. I think that also is just as effective as well.
Okay.
I think people don't do that because they think that their dollar really doesn't matter, and it does.
This is surface.
Okay.
But we can indefinitely boycott Gucci because nobody needs Gucci. Nobody's fiending for Gucci.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? I think, there's other,
that's not surface.
What's his name? They're going Floyd Mayweather talk about, I'm not he was like, I'm not a follower. You are a follower because you buying Gucci. Why you ain't buying from these other black designers? And then I saw a post later on where he was like, what's my man name? I can't remember his name. Dapper Dan.
Okay.
He was like, yeah, I was supporting Dapper Dan before, but Dapper Dan ain't the only one. So why aren't you supporting the next and the next and the next, since you're not a follower? I get it, but you are a follower because you're following the name of Gucci.
So let's do this. I'm going to go back to our previous show. This is the problem with influencers, because influencers can be sometimey. So 1 week he said, I'm going to do what I want, I'm going to this Gucci and blue, 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 right? And then the next week he has somebody write a very well written, concise statement about, so-and-so and so-and-so, completely contradicting what he just said the week before. So which one is it?
It's he gonna rock Gucci. That's what it is, because I just seen a picture of him looking like a tall midget.
Right.
With, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said...
Did you say that on the air?
I did.
Okay.
I mean, he ain't gonna fight me. His hands are registered weapons. He ain't gonna fight me.
Okay, that's facts. That's facts.
He ain't gonna fight me.
Facts.
I don't want your problems before they gonna fight me. So, yeah, how about that?
Okay.
So, I mean, but, again, how do we conduct I think we got to figure out what's really going to hurt these folks.
That's number one. But then we also have to make sure that people are about the integrity versus the money of the thing. That's exactly what Monique said.
The integrity versus the money?
Yeah.
Like Cap? Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Continue.
I mean, but did he not prove his integrity? All these,
I feel like he folded. But go ahead. That's a different topic.
But that's not exactly what I'm saying. So what he did in 2016, what he did in 2017, everything that he went through last year, none of those things matter because now in this year, in 2019, all of a sudden he took a settlement?
Yes. Again, unpopular opinion. I've been unpopular a lot in my life. Now I ain't going to change that.
Okay.
That's just me.
But again, in all of this discussion and debating, what we're pointing out, what I think is demonstrated, is the fact that the reason why a lot of these boycotts and whatnots are not being as effective as they have been before is this. We don't have a common consensus.
Like I said earlier, we don't have a definitive fallback point either.
And not only that, but propaganda is propaganda. So we really could be hurting these companies, but if they are not letting the public know, how would we ever know?
And I mean,
numbers don't lie, but we still have to see the published numbers.
Yeah, and I
to
mean,
know.
Again, man, everybody was outraged at Pepsi because of that Pepsi commercial, but nobody called boycott. You know what I'm saying? Papa John's, there's that boycott. they went and changed their whole formula of, you know, their staffing and everything. And like I said, they started giving more blacks opportunities. Folks still like, that's not enough. They donated to Bennett. Folks still like, that's not enough. I still ain't go eat. You ain't donate nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Your views are your views. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You don't know who's genuine based on, you know, it just may be a business move.
Right.
But essentially, I think we have to hold each other accountable.
You mean the same people who are the sheep?
Yes.
The
sheep have to herd the sheep.
And so we're going to entrust integrity by the sheep?
What other option and choice do we have? And those are our solutions for you people.
And these are the breaks. No? Okay.
So, yeah. So again, make sure to hit up the YouTube Bionic with a K, Bionik 151, so you can hear the old shows.
And our new Instagram, A440.radio, where we'll be doing stuff. There's going to be stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Facebook page coming soon. And
Forthcoming.
friend to tell a friend to tune in every Tuesday at 7 p.m. here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community. And remember, life is too short. Say what you mean what you say, learn who you are, be confident in what you want, stop wasting folk time, give people a choice, and move accordingly. And we out.
How do you hurt children by promoting to be an entrepreneur and a CEO and to do right by?
Looking at a principle.
For example.
Yeah, hold it.
Why
You're looking at a principle.
Why you don't want to let him talk? You mad?
You mad, cause I'm mad. Yeah, that's amusing. You mad, cause I'm mad. That's mad confusing. You mad, cause I'm abusing your emotions. You thought you was cold, but you ain't know that I was posing. Now you're mad, cause I'm mad. Yeah, that's amusing. You mad, cause I'm mad. That's mad confusing. You mad, cause I'm abusing your emotions. You thought you was cold, but you ain't know that I was posing. Now you're mad, shots fired, but I ain't run a duck. I just don't back. Now you acting stuck. Bless houses are flying till they get cracked by the rocks you hide in your head. I'm a different type of man, but you ain't know. I mean, how could you? You won't follow me, and maybe that's the issue. I don't take things personal. It's all fun and games, especially when I'm living my movie and you ain't even in the frame. But if I ain't in my feelings, then what's my mind state? I engaged to fuel the tools, so I need to create. Now you're mad, cause I ain't mad. Yeah, that's amusing. You're mad, cause I ain't mad. That's mad confusing. You're mad, cause I ain't mad. Yeah, that's amusing. You're mad, cause I ain't mad. That's mad confusing. You're mad, cause I'm abusing your emotions. You thought you was cold, but you ain't know that I was posing. Now you're mad, cause I'm mad. Yeah, that's amusing. You're mad, cause I'm mad. That's mad confusing. You're mad, cause I'm abusing your emotions. You thought you was cold, but you ain't know that I was posing. Now you're mad. Anger issues are a thing of the past. You ain't got the power to make me blast. I can channel a compartmentalize. Creators' brains work in ways you never realize. I've come a long way. I'm on my king-ish. Straight using you for my benefit, building towards my dreams. So I don't give a damn if you don't like me. At least now I can give you a real excuse, so you can stop speculating and know the truth. Am I mad or hurt? Nah, maybe I'm petty, but since I spew negativity consistently, you can label me bitter, Betty. You're mad, cause I'm mad. Yeah, that's amusing. You're mad, cause I'm mad. That's mad confusing. You're mad, cause I'm abusing your emotions. You thought you was cold,